Hello friends, beginning a new series on how to see marriage in all the ascendants. In this video, we will talk about how to see marriage in Aries ascendant horoscope. As you can see on the board, this is the Aries ascendant. Number 1 is written in the Lagna, which is the sign Aries. Mars is the lord of Aries. The primary house for marriage is the 7th house, where number 7 is written. Venus is the lord of this house. And to get married, a person's wish is fulfilled, and therefore the 11th house is seen. The 11th house has sign number 11 in this, which belongs to Saturn. So Venus and Saturn are important here, and once the person gets married, then the size of the person's family increases. And so this increase in family size is seen from the 2nd house, where number 2 is written. This is the sign Taurus, and Venus is also the lord of the 2nd house. So we see the primary houses 2nd, 7th and 11th are important, out of which Venus controls the 2nd house and the 7th house, and Saturn controls the 11th house. So Venus and Saturn become primary planets in this horoscope so far as getting married is concerned. Also, amongst all the planets, Venus is the prime significator of our marriage and relationships. So Venus, as it is, holds a very important place. Regarding problems in marriage, we know that the 12th house to any house denies that particular house. That means the one house before it. So if we see 6th house is before the 7th house, it is the 12th to the 7th house. So this will be the primary house to indicate issues in the marriage. Other than that, the 12th house also indicates some kind of separation, and the 8th house indicates some kind of problems, pain, issues in the marriage. So we will take a look at what will happen when Venus, which is the lord of the 7th house, is placed in all the houses of the horoscope. Thereafter we will see what the effect the other planets will give when they are placed in the 7th house, and in the end we will take a look at remedies, upayas or precautions which must be followed in this horoscope so as to get best results regarding marriage. Looking at the placement of Venus first. When Venus is placed in the 1st house, Venus is opposite its own sign and becomes detrimental. So it may give a little bit of issues regarding the marriage. However, still overall the position is positive. When Venus is placed in the 2nd house, Venus comes to its own sign and will become very strong to give good results regarding marriage. And we will find, because of the effect of Venus, the person may get married, the offer may come through one of his or her close family relatives, and it could be a female relative. When Venus is placed in the 3rd house, this is again a good position, and we will find that during this period the person will get married through an offer which may come through advertising, internet or some kind of communication, and the younger brother or sisters of the person can also be involved in this. And the spouse, that is the husband or the wife of the person, they may be living at a place which may require a short travel to reach that place. When Venus is placed in the 4th house, Venus is in Kendra, and this is once again a good position, and under the effect of Venus, this person will get married. The spouse may be from the same town. The offer for marriage may come through mother or motherly figures or sisters of the mother. And also the spouse, that is the husband or the wife of the person, may be a working person. When Venus is placed in the 5th house, this is a trine house, and trine houses are good, and the 5th house is the primary house of love affairs. So this becomes a very strong position for a person to have a love marriage. When Venus is placed in the 6th house, 6th house creates issues, separation, arguments in the marriage, and Venus in this sign is debilitated or neech. So the condition of cancellation of debilitation or neech bhang yog must be checked very carefully. Overall, in this position, Venus will give issues such as disagreements and fights between the couple. When Venus is placed in the 7th house, Venus has come to its own sign and becomes very positive to give good results regarding the marriage, and the husband or the wife of the person may have a personality like Venus, that is, they will be very beautiful looking and will talk very sweetly. When Venus is placed in the 8th house, 8th house is the house of all kind of problems, issues, pain, and Venus is in this house right opposite its own sign and becomes detrimental. So in this condition we will find that there may be arguments, disagreements and fights between the husband and wife. When Venus is placed in the 9th house, 9th house is a trine house and once again a good house which supports marriage, and in this position Venus will give good results, and the person to whom the owner of the horoscope gets married may be staying slightly far away from his place, may require a long travel to reach their place, and the person may have themselves given the offer for marriage. When Venus is placed in the 10th house, 10th house is a Kendra house and once again a good position for Venus to give marriage, and during this period we will find that the person will get married through their professional circles. That means they may come across their husband or wife through their profession or through their work, job, office, etc. When Venus is placed in the 11th house, 11th house is the house of wish fulfillment, and this is one of the best conditions in the horoscope which can give marriage to a person. And in this case we may find that the person may get the offer of marriage through their friends, close friends, near and dear ones. When Venus is placed in the 12th house, 12th house is the house of separation and the person going away. However, in this sign Venus becomes exalted and becomes very strong to give good results. So this condition must be cross-checked with the Dasha Antardasha, because it can indicate either a separation between the husband and wife for some time, or it can indicate that the marriage will have some connection to foreign or abroad. That is, the marriage can take place abroad or the person may be from foreign country. Looking at the rest of the planets, when they are placed in the 7th house, when Sun is placed in the 7th house, Sun becomes Neech in the sign, but please remember that because Sun is now in Kendra, therefore an automatic Neech Bhang Yoga or cancellation of debilitation takes place. And in this horoscope, Sun is the lord of the 5th house. The 5th house indicates love affair, and therefore chances of a love marriage for this person are very high, and the spouse of the person under the effect of Sun will have a very magnetic personality. People will get attracted towards them, they will have authority in their voice, and they may be from a very rich or very good social background. They would like to keep their house very well decorated so that everyone will praise how well they keep their house. When Moon is placed in this side, Moon is the lord of the 4th house. So this is once again a good indication, and we will find that during this period the person will get married in their own hometown, and the offer of marriage may come through mother or her sisters or through some motherly figure. The personality of the spouse may be a mix of Moon and Venus, so definitely they will be good looking. There may be a tendency to put on slight weight, and the spouse of the person may have a very emotional nature, that is ups and downs in the nature. When Mars is placed in this house, Mars is opposite its own sign and becomes detrimental. At the same time, in this horoscope, Mars is also the lord of the 8th house, which indicates all kind of issues. So Mars here, when in very bad dignity, can give a lot of fights and arguments between the couple, and in extreme cases it can also lead to physical fights between the husband and the wife. When Mercury is placed in this sign, Mercury here is the lord of the 3rd house and the 6th house. While the 3rd house is alright so far as marriage is concerned, the 6th house indicates some kind of separation. So this placement must be seen very carefully with respect to Dasha Antardasha. In case it is connected to other bad planets, then there may be a divorce in this case. However, if it is not connected, then there will be just a little bit of disagreements or separation between the husband and wife. Overall, under the effect of Mercury, the age difference between the husband and wife will be very less, and we will find that the spouse of the person will speak a lot, would want to enjoy herself or himself by going out on picnics, etc. When Jupiter is placed in this sign, Jupiter in this house is the lord of one trine house, the 9th house, and the lord of the 12th house. So 9 and 12 combined together give an indication that there may be separation, there may be a long travel, and there may be involvement of a foreign country. So this Dasha Antardasha and connection of Jupiter to the 3rd house and other planets must be checked so as to confirm what kind of results Jupiter is giving. Overall, being the lord of a trine house, Jupiter will give good results, and the connection to the 12th house may indicate that the person may get married abroad, or there may be some foreign connection in the marriage. When Saturn is placed in this house, Saturn becomes exalted in this sign, as well as Saturn is the lord of the 11th house and the 10th house. This is a very good position for Saturn to be in, and we will find that the person will get married during this period, and the marriage may occur through professional circles. The personality of the spouse in Dasha Antardasha of Saturn and under the effect of Saturn will be a slightly dark color, a thin personality. The person may be old, that is, the age difference between the husband and wife may be more, and Saturn by its natural characteristics gives delays in the marriage. However, when the marriage takes place, because Saturn is a slow planet, it will be a long-lasting marriage. Also, the spouse of the person may speak less. The behavior may be like a person much older than his or her age. Please remember that in this horoscope, whenever Saturn affects the 7th house in any way, it is likely to give a delay in marriage. So, check the condition in case Saturn is in the 7th house or the 5th house or the 10th house. From these three houses, Saturn will be aspecting the 7th house, and here also Saturn can give a delay in marriage to the person. When Rahu and Ketu are placed in this house, Rahu and Ketu, the position must be checked very carefully depending on the individual horoscope and what kind of conjunctions or aspects are there on Rahu Ketu. After that, their results can be told correctly. However, the overall effect of Rahu and Ketu is that the person may have an inter-religion or an inter-caste marriage, and the marriage may take place very suddenly. So overall, when we look at this horoscope, we will find that Saturn and Venus are the most important planets, because Venus controls the 2nd house, the 7th house, and Saturn controls the 11th house. And so we must do the remedies accordingly so as to get good results. In order to get good results regarding marriage, if you are an Aries ascendant, the first remedy is to feed cows on Friday, feed them green fodder. The second remedy is to always dress well, whether you are outside or inside. The third remedy is again a lifestyle habit, is to help poor people and old people. And the fourth remedy is once again a precaution for entire life, that one must avoid non-veg and drinks. Doing these things will enable your horoscope and the planets to give you even better results regarding marriage. I hope you have understood the basics of how to see marriage in Aries ascendant. See you in the next video. Thank you.